What's up, guys? Welcome back to Max Mocs. Today we're building another mock, a modular building. This is the Fantastic Four's Baxter Building. As you can see here, we are going to be building it here in modular sections. We're gonna have a lot of cool details. As you can see, the end kind of fans out, so we had to kind of figure out how to make that kind of look very natural and almost like a Lego set would do, because, you know, obviously you didn't want to make it too blocky. So trying to make this look really smooth, which was very hard to accomplish here. But yeah, really enjoyed building this as well. This only took me about a week to build, just with, you know, obviously life and everything. Obviously it takes a long time to build these types of mocks. Some mocks take me only a day, but this took me a full week to build, just with all the details, trying to figure out all the minifigures, all of that kind of stuff. So yeah, you can see I'm trying to make this look very, very smooth like, and it kind of comes to a point at the top, but it is like kind of a gradual incline on the sides. So that was very hard to kind of figure out how to do, but hopefully you guys enjoy this and you like this. I really enjoyed the movie. I loved the movie, honestly. I thought it was pretty good. I thought it was one of the best Fantastic Four movies. I do enjoy the old ones back in the day with Chris Evans as the Human Torch, and obviously those Jessica Alba and all those characters, right? Michael Chiklis. But honestly, this one was a lot more fun. You know, I know people were a little more negative about it, but I think I had a good time, and I can see where they're going with it. So I'm excited for Doomsday and Secret Wars, honestly. This next part was an aspect that I had to do by memory because I couldn't find a picture of the statues that were out front. I couldn't remember what they looked like, honestly. I know it was the Fantastic Four in statue form, so we're just going to be doing that and just posing them here in the fountain here with, you got the Human Torch, you got the Thing here. It was kind of the best way I could utilize it were these statues from the Rivendell set. You got Sue Storm as well, and then Mr. Fantastic. So yeah, I just couldn't remember what this statue looked like, so we're just going to go with a generic lineup of the Fantastic Four. This main first floor is going to be the area where they have the press. As you can see here, you got the elevator, and you have the little microphone stand where Reed announces that Galactus wants their son. So that was an iconic scene, pretty insane. I actually really liked kind of the plot of the movie with that Galactus was after their little baby son. That was insane. And then also you have this little kiosk here with little lamps, as you could say. And yeah, I really like how that turned out. And then we're going to be putting Mr. Fantastic into here as well to kind of announce, obviously, the doom that's coming for Earth. And we're going to put a bunch of journalists and photographers and newspaper people here inside to kind of be questioning him and freaking out, of course. So I thought that looked really cool here with all the little hats, of course, and the guys with cameras. This next section is a huge modular piece. As you can see, it's all got windows throughout. It's got the curves, and it's just multiple levels. And we're going to be doing different rooms. We're going to have a TV room. We're going to have a kitchen. We're going to have a red room, a blue room, and a yellow room, as you can see from the movie, just kind of picking the most iconic scenes from the movie, of course. This first floor here is going to be the TV/couch room. You have the really cool Art Deco-y look of these elevators, very 60s, obviously. This rounded couch that's inside the ground. I really like how that looked in the movies. Kind of interesting trying to figure out how to build that, but I think I pulled it off okay. I mean, you know, it's not the greatest couch build, but you can see a lot of cool iconic stuff happens right by this TV, which we'll get to in a second here. But yeah, I love the curves of the couch and the little steps that work their way down. We're gonna put a little bricks on top of here to cover up a little gap, of course. But yeah, really liked one of the craziest scenes here was with Doom. So yeah, that was insane. We're gonna have a little table, a little plant, of course, and of course we got to put the little couch cushions in as well. This is where little Franklin Richards is going to be sitting, and he's going to you know, touch Doomsday's face, I guess, in that post-credit scene. Pretty insane. So here is Franklin. As you can see, he's just utilizing you know, Dick Grayson's torso, and then a little blonde piece, and then small legs as well. Here's that big TV piece as well that goes up into the ceiling. It was kind of a cool design here, trying to figure that out here with one of the Arkham televisions, Arkham screens, kind of to make it look like that. And of course, you've got new RDJ Doom here, showing his face this. He looks like Robert Downey Jr. Who knows what he actually will look like, but I thought it was funny there to just put Robert Downey Jr.'s Iron Man face on there. I think that's just hilarious. This next floor is going to be the kitchen. As you can see, we're going to put another elevator in. All the elevators connect except for a few, which you'll see here in a bit. It was kind of hard to figure out how to get them all to connect, but you can see they got the cool little windows and also the lights above. I really like how those looked in the movie as well. So you have your elevator up and down, and a lot of iconic stuff actually happens in the kitchen. Sue announcing her pregnancy. You got Herbie and the Thing making food. So that was just a crazy, iconic scene. Gotta love Herbie. We're gonna have this cool little 1960s clock on the wall. I did base this all on the movie. I was just looking at reference images. You got some little shelves for cans and different stuff and kitchen utensils for on the side here. And we're gonna have the red cabinets that were in the actual movie. You got some milk, a cookie, and then like a little teapot just to make this feel like a kitchen. And you're gonna even have this really cool glass container that's in the movie as well that's got like cupcakes in it or something. So yeah, really cool. Like how that turned out. And you have to, of course, have the little section with the dining room chairs, and just this feels very 60s to me here, with even the little art on the wall as well, the cool lights. And of course you have to have the Thing here. He's making some food with Herbie. Just an iconic scene. You got some food here on the table with some forks, and yeah, just really like how this turned out. And then Herbie, we've actually created it. We've made him. I really like this design that I came up with here. You even have a little 4 sticker on his chest. Yeah, so really based that on the movie, honestly. And I really like how Herbie turned out. He's a cool little robot character. And yeah, just an iconic scene with them making food. And yeah, really like it. This next floor is the Red Room. If you look at the movie and you watch it, Reed has multiple different sections that are different colors, which is kind of cool. So the Red Room has kind of a lot of the technology and stuff where he is developing that device, the teleportation device, to move Galactus or to move Earth. And so yeah, you have kind of this really cool red circle here with all the tools, computers, and different stuff. And I really think that's kind of cool. It makes me feel like the 60s, but yeah, you have this display here with Galactus in between all the big pillars. They do have a diorama of it when he's building it, so I thought that would be cool to kind of represent here with these spikes. And then of course a red telephone that is from an old Batcave set. So I really like how that turned out. And you gotta of course have Reed here working on a bunch of stuff. And yeah, just an iconic scene. I love. He also like tests on his son here to figure out his power set. Next you have this big opening with an elevator on the side, and yeah, I'm assuming this is where the car goes, but the car I built does not fit there, so I think it's cool to just have a really big opening right there. So that's cool. This next floor is going to be the Yellow Room, where there is a big chalkboard. Obviously this room is not too big, so we're just going to have a kind of a smaller chalkboard here with some writing on it. That chalkboard piece is from a Harry Potter set, and that has a balcony on the back as well. We're gonna have Mole Man, or Harvey Elder, here. He visits the Baxter Building to help them out to get all the people of New York underground. And so yeah, just really fun to have that here, you know, utilizing this minifigure custom that I've made as well. The next floor is the Blue Room. It has the astronaut suits. Of course you have to have all 4. They all look slightly different because even in the movie they all look a little bit different. Like the Things one has a clear piece, the rest have gold. And then you're gonna have the blue computers here. This is where they are on the phones with a ton of people all across the world, seeing if it worked. And obviously they kind of fail, honestly. I think they fail, right? Yeah, they don't actually accomplish it, and Galactus gets there too soon, I believe. Yeah, so kind of insane. You're gonna have an elevator here as well on the side that connects to the other floors. So yeah, really cool to have a cohesive elevator for these 3 floors, and then the other 3 floors have a different elevator. So yeah, really like how that turned out. We're gonna put a minifigure in here just for fun. We'll put the Thing. But yeah, as you can see, you kind of have this really cool look here with all of the astronauts. And yeah, I really like how every room is slightly different. So here's a cohesive shot of every single room. Obviously, I only have one of each of the Fantastic Four from that Galactus set. Yeah, and I really like how this turned out. This is my tallest building I've ever made, which is kind of crazy to think about. That is this ginormous building, and the top has some antennas. And you're gonna have these cool takeaway walls for both sections. So the bottom section has this really big one that you just push right in, and then it perfectly has these little pieces to hold it in place, which were super easy to move up and down, and it just holds it right in place. I really like how that looked. This next part has the big, huge juts on the top as well, and the really nice curves on the side, and those little rounded windows, as you can see, are just like the movie if you look at the building. And of course, we have to have a 4 logo on the front of the building, just using a lot of cool pieces here to utilize that and make it. And yeah, it's just iconic. The Baxter Building is super cool. I'm surprised we have not gotten a modular. Maybe when Doomsday comes out and it's shown a lot more, I'm assuming maybe we would get a Baxter Building. Maybe the size of the Avengers Tower would be cool. But here's Silver Surfer, the female version. It's kind of hard to do because I did not have a female Silver face. But yeah, so we're just we're just gonna wing it here and use some different pieces. You also have Baby Franklin here and his little stroller, his little blue thing, and we're using a little Lego Friends piece, I believe. I just got that on eBay, super cheap, for this, just specifically for this mock. So yeah, and of course we have to have Sue defending her baby from Galactus. You got to have Reed here with his long stretchy legs. They're gonna be fighting Galactus right on the streets, right in front of here. And yeah, I really like how this looks, honestly. You got to have the Thing, of course, taking him on as well with his beard. I loved that I could add the red beard onto there as well to make him obviously aged up during that time, and they have to save electricity. And of course, you have to have Herbie here near the baby because he has to protect the baby at a certain point in the movie. And of course, the Galactus Lego set, perfect here with Johnny on the back. Man, I love that set. I wish it was a little bit bigger. Obviously, Baxter Building is way bigger, but pretty insane. Of course, we got to build the Fantasticar, guys. So as you can see, this is a very simple build here, using a lot of greebling on the sides, as you can see. And yeah, it's got a room for 2 people. I couldn't fit 4 people in there, sadly, but I think it looks good despite all that. So you're gonna have this back section here with the thrusts, and yeah, I really love how this turned out. We're using a lot of cool pieces. This took me about a day to design. It just took me so long. I was like just trying to figure out how this could work. But yeah, at the end of the day, it looks really retro and 60s futuristic with the fins on the back, and we're using a lot of blue pieces. I ordered a lot of blue pieces for this specifically. I know it's probably not the correct blue. There's so many blues to choose from, honestly, but this type of blue had the most of the pieces that I would need on eBay, so I just ordered those. We're using different pieces. We're using a Batmobile piece for the front from the back, and then the back is from a Cars set as well, from a Speed Champion set. The front has a 4 sticker on the front. You have to have these little juts here to hold the lights as well. And then for this, I'm not using real tires. We're actually just going to be using some flat semicircle pieces here, as you can see on the side here. But I like how actually it looks because they're very simple, very thin, and you can actually slide it around pretty well, and you can remove them very easily as well, so it looks like it can fly. And the front has these big headlights just like in the movie, and I did base this on an image that LEGO released. I'm surprised this isn't a LEGO set. I bet it will be next year. They'll do like a spoiler set with Silver Surfer in the car, maybe, I'm assuming. But at the end of the day, I like how this turned out, and you can actually slide it around, and it looks kind of like it's drifting just like in the movie because it drifts a lot. But yeah, guys, man, I love how this turned out, and I loved this movie. It was such an iconic movie. I think the casting's a little strange maybe, and some people don't like the cast, obviously, but at the end of the day, I really liked it, and Galactus was an awesome villain, and it was crazy to have Doom revealed there as well. So yeah, a little bit of some spoilers there, but at the end of the day, guys, I really love how the Baxter Building turned out. I love how it looks in the movie. I just think it's really cool, honestly, and we need a modular. I know maybe next year we're apparently getting the Daily Planet, which I'm so excited for that, but I would love to get this as well. And of course, I forgot, on the back we have the balcony that Reed and Ben talk on. They're kind of having that heart-to-heart about life and different stuff, so we're gonna add that real quick. This is on the yellow room floor, so yeah, it looks really cool here with the railings. You can have that heart-to-heart. I think even they go out there when they see the Silver Surfer arriving on Earth, they see her from afar, and they all get out on the balcony. So yes, the balcony is here, and I could see this being in an actual set as well, because they do have balconies in modular sets sometimes. So here's Reed and the thing, and here is the back side. I know I didn't really show you guys, but all the way up, we're just doing some greebling just to make this look textured a little bit, and I like how it turned out. There's a lot of windows, there's a lot of antennas and rounded edges, and yeah, at the end of the day, I'm really proud of it, guys. I really love how this turned out here. And yeah, you have the statue, you got all the minifigures, the car, Galactus. I don't really know what else I'm missing. Maybe their bedrooms, but that would have been like a crazy amount of rooms, obviously. So I'm pretty proud of it at the end of the day, guys. But let's see it in all the other modular New York City builds. Some of these aren't actually in New York City, actually, and obviously this is an alternate reality, but it's just cool to see it here with the Avengers Tower. I really like how this looks next to it. Man, actually, it's crazy that I built it taller than the Avengers Tower, and it's even taller than the Daily Bugle as well. So I really like how this turned out. It looks fun in the city. I could see this being an awesome set. I could see them going a little bit thicker with it, obviously, but yeah, I really like how this looked. Next, we have to add the Sanctum, of course, because that's just an iconic set as well. It's so cool to see all these buildings together. Man, this would be so awesome to have the Baxter Building, honestly, with all of these. That would be pretty epic. And of course, we also have to add the X Mansion. I know it's not in New York City, but it looks so cool to have all of these together. I could see this happening in the future. We will see, guys. We have to advocate for it. We gotta go out and support the movies. We gotta support the set. Go get the Galactus set. That would show LEGO that, you know, we're all about Fantastic Four, and we want more sets. We want the Baxter Building. We want the Fantastic Car. We want Silver Surfer really bad. I want the male version too as well in the future. Hopefully we see that character pop up in the MCU as well. But guys, yeah, let me know down below. Do you enjoy this? Did you enjoy this build? What did you like? What did you not like? What would you add? What would you take away? But yeah, at the end of the day, guys, I love Marvel. I love seeing all these buildings together. It's just an iconic time in Marvel. And I know Marvel's kind of not as great as it used to be, but I feel like we're on the uptick here with Spider-Man coming very soon and Avengers Doomsday. Hopefully they bounce back and we're back to the glory days of Marvel. That would be so exciting, guys. But thank you so much, guys, for following along. Make sure to like and subscribe, and make sure to go and check out my other modular buildings. This is my first Marvel one in a long time. So yeah, go check it out. Peace. Love you guys. Bye.